Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PS3 and PS Vita review. However, I won't be showing this on the Vita because it is the exact same game. There's nothing unique about it. I'm just going to be showing crossplay linking up with a Vita because you can do it split screen wise. So it means you can play it technically online and offline at the same time. So I've got two people with pads, one person with Vita. Let's crack on. Solo play is learn the game and play through each character's story, it says, and I'll get into that in a minute. Tournaments, competitive against the world, and you get seasons and that, and it's telling you how many's left in the season. I'll be honest, I did not buy this game for online. I bought it for local and I bought it for the single player, something which is not disappointed, especially considering how much I hated the beta. I actually love this game. Versus match, just custom or with AI, like you play with whoever you want to really. Customize is the whole heap of unlocks and things that you can do from playing the game and leveling up your character, unlock new avatar type things and animations and victory music, and there's just all sorts of things. There's so much to unlock, it's unbelievable. Options are bare bones because you don't need any advanced options. You can, however, fully customize your controls if you want to, which is quite a nice thing, because who doesn't like fully customizable controls? Extra, you can check out character bios and then other stuff like the game's credits and that. But anyway, solo play, you've got four main modes. The tutorial, which you are going to want to do because until you learn how to play it, you're probably not going to have much fun with it. Practice mode, which kinda, why need both? Combat trials, which I'll show a couple of, and arcade mode, which as you can see here, there are 20 characters. There's another 2 already confirmed for DLC because I wanted to get them in, and there's all sorts of characters that people want for DLC, and most of them that they're mentioning will probably never ever come out because they're not Sony characters or characters currently on board. I'd like to think Square Enix will join the game, but so far we know that Namco's definitely lent a character because he's there. We know Konami's lent one because there he is there. 2K technically, because Bioshock's a 2K series I suppose, even though they're the publisher. And the other one is quite simply Dante from Capcom, although unfortunately he's not the good Dante, he's the new Dante. And as you might guess, I kind of hate that Dante. Just don't like his redesign at all. Anyway, solo game, you get story. I don't really know why you need story. I'll be honest. Loads of people compare us to Smash Brothers, and there's some real reasons to do that, and there's some real reasons not to do that. Play both games, you'll see why they're different with a fighting system and that. But one thing I have never ever thought when playing Smash Bros is, you know what, why doesn't Mario have a story? Why doesn't Yoshi have a story? Why doesn't Sheik have a story? I don't really hate the stories on this, but I just don't see the point to them. I'd rather just it be an arcade fighter mode where you unlock a load of stuff and you get some cool things like you do. I just don't see the need to have a story. Because at the end of the day, if you want the character's story, play their games. And it's the type of thing, I can't stand Killzone. It's one of those things, I'll probably get slated for it. My brother loves it, but I can't stand it. So I really don't care at all about the Killzone story on this. I do, however, like God of War, but the story for this, for Kratos' character, is nothing compared to the stories on the game. I just don't think they're needed. Either way though, you do play through it, you get different characters like the fight, so you'll get like 1-on-1s, then 3-on-3s, and it's just the type of thing you'll go through. Pretty much the following match is going to be slightly different to the match before, but that is pretty much all I can mention about the single player. So I'll move on to the combat trials before moving on to the bulk of the game and the reason you're going to be buying it, the local multiplayer. Right then, there's two types of challenges. There's general and then there's character ones. And the general ones are just like build your AP meter. The character one I'm on here is use that AP meter to get a set number of kills, which is currently 5. And it's one of them. They're a nice addition for people who've got absolutely nothing else to do on the game, but it's just your standard challenge mode really. There's nothing really to wow about, and it's the sort of thing that I could have easily lived without them being in the game. But some people will probably say, well actually it's the reason I bought the game, and if you enjoy them then great. I'm just nonplussed for them. I would have honestly rather had more characters and stages than a bunch of kind of generic challenge modes. So, on to the local multiplayer. So, here we go then. Just to show you the limit, like the infinite range of options you've got pretty much. Player 1 is me on a pad, Player 2 is my brother on a pad, Player 3 is my other brother on a Vita, Player 4 is an AI, which you can change the difficulty of the AI. You can then go into the game's menu, you can choose time limit matches, stock limit matches, kill limit matches, free-for-all matches, team matches. You get the full item list, just like another certain game out there, so any items that you don't like, you can switch them off. There's just so much that you can actually do with the multiplayer. It's one of those things that if you don't like one mode, just don't play it. If you don't like time matches, play stock matches. If you don't like them, play time matches, play kill matches. There's so much level of control here that it's just an absolutely fantastic title. There's then quite a few stages, and I'd imagine we'll probably get some as DLC, what with getting the characters as well. But for now I've just chose a random. And gameplay wise, every character except the two Coles play totally different to each other. You've got your square attacks, your triangle attacks, your circle attacks. You've then got your super attacks. You've got the items you can pick up. You've got you can do all sorts of multitudes of jumping, to be fair. It's just, there's all sorts that you can actually do. You get a great level of control. It does work well. Some characters have more combos than others, and other characters are just immediate one-hit dashes. I mean, unless I'm playing as I'm wrong, it would appear Jack and Daxter has a combo that allows you to attack your opponent, then jump up into the air, and then very quickly run away. And if that is his main attack, then I suppose that is kind of funny, because it's then basically doing the ultimate as opposed to surprise attack. Because whenever I've done it, he does an attack, jumps in the air, then gets on his hoverboard and gets the hell out of dodge. When all of you are on the screen together, it can get a bit muddled from times, but it's one of those. On the Vita, I honestly find it easier to follow everyone because it's probably size of screen dependent. I mean, graphically on the Vita, it does look very much like it. There's a little bit of a drop, but not much. So in terms of graphical quality, I mean. And gameplay wise, the only difference is really you have to like touch to pick up the items and that, you know, which isn't much of a hardship at all. Depending on what attack he does, which sounds stupid, but for example, you've got like circle, which is your ranged attack, and then you've got triangle, which is a bit of a different attack to your square attack, and there's just all sorts of things that you can do and learn how to play, and some combos can link into each other, and it's just a great little thing. One of the things I haven't mentioned, because I was waiting for it to happen, is you might have noticed I was on the Parappa the Rapper stage, and now all of a sudden there's a huge beast in the background, like a mech. The stages aren't just one character's stage, it does flip around between different things, so there's always something happening. However, if you don't like the fact that the stages can kill you and the hazards and that, you can turn them off. Now that is something that I've wanted in a Smash Bros game for ages. It's why Final Destination was so much loved in my house, because it was a regular stage, but at the end of the day we all got a little bit bored of playing on a flat stage with nothing happening, when all we wanted was the nothing happening part. So the fact that I can play any stage I want on this game and turn the hazards off if people don't want them on is just fantastic. It's something that people have cried out for in another game from another company, and Sony have answered. And that's probably going to get me a hell of a lot of shit amongst fanboys and waging war and that. But it's the truth. This has a little bit of everything. It's not a Smash Bros clone. It's not trying to be it. It's got some things that are much better than Smash Bros and some things that are much worse. It's the type of thing though that if you are into zany party fighters like Smash Bros, Power Stone, then it's definitely well worth a look on this, because it is a fantastic standalone title. I hope we get DLC in droves, and I hope it's cheap as well and not overpriced, because what with them being rumours that the new console's coming out in a year and that, it worries me that after 6 months we'll stop getting support for it and we'll have to buy the next one. But it's one of those, no one can tell the future, so that's all guesswork. So for now, all I can say is I'm very happy with the end product, and I hope we do get some excellent support from Superbot, because they've made a fantastic title here.
Playtime is over.
Well, while I didn't mention it, I realised I hadn't done it, so that was a little bit of the music. And to be fair, the only thing I kind of haven't mentioned, I was too busy talking about the different style of attacks and that, I didn't actually get around to mentioning the killing system, because this is what does separate it from a Smash Bros. You don't have a percentage meter or an energy meter, and when it gets to a high enough percent you attack them, or when it gets to a low enough energy you can kill them. You've got a bar that as you attack, it builds that bar up. The more attacks you do and the better you do them, and the more combos you pull off, the faster it goes up. You've got 3 levels. You've got a level 1, which is just a little crappy thing. You've got a level 2, which is a hell of a lot of a better thing. And then you've got a level 3, which is a super attack. Now, in the last game, you'll have hopefully seen us use plenty of those attacks. I definitely, as Raiden, during the music, had my level 3 active, which my level 3 with Raiden puts everyone in boxes, and then you have to attack the boxes and then attack people. Some of the attacks are a little overpowered, because, for example, you've got Spike. Now Spike, whenever I've used his attack, and my brother's used his attack, etc., it's killed everyone on the screen, but only once. Whereas some powers like Raiden's or Kratos, you become super for a number of seconds. You know, it's just like one of those, you get the power for a certain number of times, certain amount of time, I mean. And when you kill someone, they then come back, and they've only got a few seconds of invulnerability. So it's highly possible with Raiden or Kratos to get 6 kills with 1 use of the power. So compared to Spike's instantly kill 3 people, but only 3 people, it's technically half as worse. So it's one of those that some of them are a bit overpowered, some of them are a bit underpowered, but every character's got a reason to play as every character really, except really Good and Evil Cole, because they're very, very samey. I would have honestly preferred to have had another character in place of Good and Evil Cole. But it's one of those things, it's a minor gripe that one of the characters plays a bit like them, compared to other games where you do get a hell of a lot of clones. One's not bad at all. Well, this isn't something I've forgot being added on to the end of the review. Basically, as I've said before in some vids, because I break laptops when I edit vids, and my brother, who edits them for me kindly, works a full-time job, sometimes when I do a review, it's a couple of weeks after when it goes up and new information comes out, and sometimes I have to redo the whole review, other times I can just do a little add-on. They've since confirmed that there will be stages coming out. There will actually be one coming with the free DLC of the Gravity Rush and Starhawk, and it'll be a stage that isn't Gravity Rush and Starhawk, oddly enough. It's actually Heavenly Sword mixed with Wipeout. So it's just to confirm, we are going to be getting stages as well. They've also done a patch which is tweaking some of the balances, and they've basically made it so you now need more AP to get your supers up, your special moves, your kill moves, whatever you want to call them. And I've actually been discussing this with my brother, and we both agree that probably the best way they could go about tweaking that formula is if they make it so that the more powerful characters need more AP to get their supers up, and the less powerful ones need less. So it's currently at 600 to get a level 3, the patch makes it 750 I believe, so even if they'd made it something like Kratos and Raiden require 750, whereas Spike and Hayachi I think is another one who only gets 3 kills, I mentioned Spike in the review obviously, maybe they should only need 500 AP to get it. It would add an extra layer of depth, strategy, risk, reward, you know, all sorts of things like that. It's just something that I'd like to see them implement into the future. So, that is everything that I can now say for this review, barring any more major announcements come out after the time that this video is done. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.